let's talk about new features or enhancement provided in order management module in release 12. Uh, First one is the cascading attributes from header to lines. Second one is the enhanced exception management. Third one is multi-org access. Fourth one is actual ship date provided on various functionality, and fifth one is parallel pick release. Okay, I'll explain these one by one in following slides. Cascading attributes from headers to line. When we want to make changes to any of the values on the header level or any of the attributes on the sales order header level, and we want to change the same thing on the line level, in 11i we have to do that manually. But with the release 12, that process has been automated, and with certain setups we can automate that process, and that is giving a considerable advantage over the how it was done earlier in 11i. Basically, it is uh, helping in reduce the manual updates, reduce multiple keystroke, increase product. It has improved the productivity and accuracy. If you see the screen here, if we are changing the customer PO number on the header level, and then system is asking a decision saying, do you want to cascade your changes to lines? Based on our answer, the system is going to make changes to the line or not. And this is how, if we say yes, then it's going to make changes to the line level. Same customer PO will be changed on the line level. The same customer PO entered will be entered on the line level customer PO fields. So it is a really good feature which saved a lot of time and also increased the accuracy of the data. Okay, let's see what are the setups needed to achieve this functionality. We need to set up a profile option called Cascade Header Changes to Lines. Available options are Ask Me, Automatic, Manual. If we set up Ask Me, system is going to give a pop-up message just like the one which we have got in earlier slide, and ask for your decision, saying do you want to cascade it to the line level or not. If we set this option as automatic, then system will not ask you or will not generate the pop-up, but it will cascade the changes to the line level. If you set it as a manual, then system will not give any pop-up, or nor it will cascade any changes to the line level. One more setup is needed to achieve this functionality. There is a quick code called OM header to line cascade. This quick code basically contains all the attributes on the sales header form. We have to enable those attributes on which we want to have a cascading effect. So if we do not enable these attributes or field values, then if those gets changed on the sales order form, then the cascading will not happen to the line level. Because this setup is needed, we want to enable this field so that the cascading feature will understand that if these fields are getting changed, then do a cascading. So this is important setups to achieve this functionality. Exception management. This is the one of the feature provided across the most of the modules. A new concurrent program named retried error workflow activities has been given. In 11i, whenever we used to get a workflow error, where basically workflow is getting stuck, like order management workflow is getting stuck, then IT person has to go and see the error workflow in workflow monitor window, and then he has to retry that workflow from there. Okay, and that is a really not a really a sophisticated way of doing it. So in 12, Oracle has given a really a sophisticated way of retrying the error workflow. Okay, so uh, the program named retry error workflow activity has been given, and also it has been given a preview mode. For example, in this screen we are showing that particular program. If you say perform commit is equal to no, then it will run into the preview mode and it will show how many error workflows have been processed, and still which are those are in still erroring out. So based on preview, a IT person can take judgment and can try this program in an actual execution mode where perform commit is equal to s, and this is a really a better way for the IT person to on a day-to basis monitor their error workflows. This program can be scheduled on a daily basis so that most of the error workflows can be retried, and there will be a business continuity uh, achieved. Okay. Multi-org access. This is one of the excellent feature provided in Artwell across all the modules. Using this feature, one can access multiple operating unit data from a single responsibility. Also, the user can do setups for different operating units using a single responsibility. They can run the programs for different operating unit using the single responsibility. Let's see how we can achieve multi-org access. There are certain setups we need to do. Basically, we need to set up a security profile using the HR responsibility. What does this security profile contains is basically it will have multiple operating unit under this security profile. What does that mean? That means this is the security profile which will secure these many operating units. Then we'll assign this value in the MO security profile option for a responsibility for which we are setting up the multi-org access. In this case, we have assigned the value which is defined in earlier screen for the MO security profile, again the order management user vision operations responsibility. So this way we are saying that vision operations will have access to the vision corporation's order management data as well. Okay, now let's see how we are going to use this uh, on actual forms. Okay, we can add operating unit field to the various form like order header form, code, sales agreement form. We can achieve this by using the folder tool. Sorry, uh, folder tools has given a drag and drop feature by which we can drag and drop hidden fields on the form and have whatever fields we want to have on the form. So we can drag a operating unit field and use that field for having using multi-org access feature. We can enter initially the operating unit value so that the other field values will get defaulted with respect to the operating unit field. Okay, now let's talk about the actual ship date. This is one of the interesting feature provided in release 12. In 11i, whenever we release the sales order for picking, that date is used to be considered as the actual ship date, but in reality it depends on the how business is conducted by the different organization. The actual shipping can be done earlier to that, and then the uh, shipping user used to come to the sales order release form and used to release the pick order and do the ship confirm, or vice versa. They used to release the order using the actually functionality in Oracle and then do the ship confirm, and then they used to be actually shipping, actually depart the material for shipping. So there is a considerable difference between the when the actually action is done in the Oracle system and when the actual shipping is done. But as per the Oracle in 11i, the whenever they do action in the Oracle, that was the time when the actual shipment is carried out. So that was considered the actual ship date. There was no place anywhere they can record when exactly the shipping happened, the shipping started. So in 12, to overcome this problem, uh, uh, different forms and different programs have been given an additional field called actual departure date, and that is the date one can fill up to indicate that this is the date on which actually shipment happened or going to happen. So it can be a future date also. So let's see what are the forms and what are the different places this departure date has been provided. So first one is the peak release concurrent program, SRS window. Peak release form is the second one. Third one is the ship confirm concurrent program, which is the SRS from the SRS window. Peak release concurrent program. If you see, we can run the program using the SRS window. There is a navigation for same. If you launch that program, you can see actual departure date over there. It is getting defaulted with the current date, but you can override that with the past date or a future date. Peak release form. This is the form normally used for releasing the sales order for picking. If you go into the shipping tab, and at the bottom you can see actual departure date. You can either put a current date or past date or a future date as the actual departure date for the shipping. Ship confirm concurrent program, which is nothing but a ship confirm deliveries SRS, or actual name of the program is automated ship confirm SRS. Okay, so there in this program also this field has been given as in addition. The default is the actual current date, but you can override that with date with the past date or a future date. Uh, Parallel peak release. To speed up the peak release process in release 12, Oracle has given a feature to launch your peak release multiple workers. Um, when you are launching a peak release using the SRS program, peak selection list generation SRS program, there is a parameter called number of child processes. You can have more than one to indicate that uh, it will indicate that so that it will run into multiple workers. So this is a really good feature to speed up the peak release process. So earlier in 11i this option was not there. There there is one more setup needed, which governs the parallel peak release. There is a profile option named number of peak released child processes. We have to set up that so that we can run the peak release in through multiple workers. So if we do not set that, then that means by default it will run into the only one worker. If we set up it more than one, then the system will understand that the peak release has to be run in a more than two workers. So it's a good idea to have set up the peak release into the this profile option more than two.